Hi Belz, Hailz here, and welcome to this very interactive YouTube channel where you can set me challenges or ask for any song requests and I'll have them covered for you. Today's Free For All Friday. Unfortunately I've not had any realistic challenges set for me in time, so what I'm going to do is expand a bit on this Q&A and just do a part 2 to the one that I did a couple of weeks ago. Last time was about modelling and I covered a few questions about the music industry, but I have already pre-recorded some other answers that go more into details with the performer and the singer and more into the music industry itself. So keep watching, and if you have any further questions, please feel free to comment and I'll hopefully try and expand even more. What's happening with Dolorosa? Okay, well, we're having a little bit of a break at the minute. We will be back on the scene very soon. It's a bit difficult because I live in London and they live in Northampton. I do get up there like once a month and stuff, but you know, Denny, the bassist, had his baby a few months ago, Lucas, who's gorgeous. Yeah, and Chris, the drummer, he had his baby on Christmas Day, little Felicity. She's, they're just yummy, both of them. Oh, they're such gorgeous kids. So, rightfully, they need to be with their family for now and, be daddies and help raise their children. We have got some tracks that are currently being mixed and mastered and stuff, so we'll hopefully have some stuff out soon for you guys. But, in the meantime, you have to deal with me on my own. Yay! Don't worry, we haven't broken up. We are going to keep going, and hopefully you'll see us again soon. If we've got any gigs coming up, we'll be sure to let you know anyway. So, come along. How do you overcome stage fright? I don't. I am terrible. I have terrible stage fright. You wouldn't think it because I'm quite in your face. I think it's healthy to have stage fright really because you put more effort into it, I find. If you're too cocky, it'll come out and people will just think, oh, it's a knob. I drink loads of Red Bull. I suppose I shouldn't really. But I do. I don't drink any alcohol before I go on. I go to the toilet and I'll do my scales in there. La 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 la. Not like that, but better. Because it's a performance, you need to warm up. You need to do your vocal warm-ups and you need to stretch, because who stands there and goes la 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 and just sings like that? Do 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 do. Apart from One Direction or fucking knobs like that. It's not a performance. You need to be dancing, you need to get into the crowd and start being an idiot. If you're performing, you need to actually do your warm-ups and stretch. Because you'll do that at the gym, you'll do that if you do any sports, if you do any like football or anything, you'll do a warm-up and stretches before that, so it shouldn't be any different if you're going to perform on stage. And that goes for everyone, not just the vocalist. Vocal tips. I think I've covered that really. A good warm-up tip is to do the tongue exercise, because the tongue is the biggest part of your vocals because it articulates everything, and if your tongue isn't correctly warmed up, you won't be able to articulate. Your vocals should just be stronger. This tip from my friend Joe Payne from Lianne, and he said, keeping your jaw straight, rotate the tongue around your teeth, like 10 times one way, and then 9 the other, and 8 this, and then just keep going down. So that makes sense. And do your scales, like I said, before you go on stage. Don't overdo your scales, i.e. don't start really high range or really low range. Don't overstretch, don't overstrain your vocals too much. Start middle range. You go la 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 la. La 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 la. And then you're high, but don't go because that's not clever. It's not important how high you can go or how low you can go, it's how important how you portray your voice. Obviously it's great if you have a really big octave range, but that's not the most important thing. You can sing really high and then you could still sound really shit. So you need to train your voice in order to be able to go that high or that low. So don't ever push it. Don't drink dairy products. Don't have any dairy before you sing either, because it coats the throat. And don't have caffeine or anything like that, even though I have Red Bull. Yeah, just don't have dairy. Don't do dairy. It's not good. It clears the throat. Advice for live performances. Always bring merch with you. I think that's really important. Oh, my voice is good. See that? Because it went high. And always get buddy with sound engineer. I think that's the most important thing. Get buddy with him. He could be like a drunken, bearded, fat, tattooed, hairy monkey of a man. But you know, for that night he's your best mate, because he's the one that will be able to make you sound either fantastic or sound like Barney on speed. He's the main. Buy him a drink. How do I approach people for networking? I just approach anyone. You know, I'm quite lucky because I'm quite a confident person when it comes to socialising with people. I've always, ever since I was like a kid, I just go up to people and just chat to them. Just buy them a drink, get them good and drunk, you'll be fine. You know, I would say never come across too strong on person. Don't go, oh, I'm in this band, check out this demo. We're in Big Cheese magazine next week. Well, we're talking to Kerrang and hoping that we'll get an EP out with them. Blah 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 blah. You know, no one wants that. Just say, oh hi, my name's such and such. Can I buy you a drink? They'll probably think you're hitting on them, but whatever. If it gets you a record deal, you gotta do what you gotta do. It just helps talking to people and finding out who's who. Just get chummy. Don't be fake and go or don't be overexcited. Just just chill out and be yourself basically, and have fun and don't take it too seriously. You only make a first impression once, so you want that first impression not to be pushy and over the top, nor do you want it to come across fake. You want them to remember you, but you want them to remember you for the right reasons. Most people download music. Is it worth selling merchandise? Actually, most people stream music more than download now, so it's worth actually putting your music on Spotify and YouTube and SoundCloud and whatnot. Most bands make most of their money from touring, and that's from performance fees and merchandise. So yes, spend money on your merchandise, people will pay for it. There's something special about getting an album or a t-shirt or whatever at a gig, because then you get to chat with a band, you get it signed, you know, it's a whole experience package thing, rather than going to HMV and buying it, which no one does anymore really, or just downloading it. How does DIY work for bands and artists? Now, if you're not sure of this term, it does mean do it yourself. So basically, DIY is basically about bands that do it on their own without a record label or a manager or anything like that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Every band starts off as a DIY band, pretty much. Apart from if you're a manufactured band, you know. The only thing with a DIY band is that they rely a lot of their support on each other and on the fans, and it's helpful for a record label or a manager or both to take some of that strain, the administrative, promotional, PR strain away from the band, so they can focus on the creative side of things, which is far more important in the long run. What I suggest is getting some decent books as well. Behind the Curtain of Mystery, the Music Management Bible by Nicola Ritchie's. Yeah, she gives you great tips in this. It's really good. And Behind the Curtain, and Anne Harrison. She's wicked. I do like her. The Music Business: The Essential Guide to Law and the Deals. So it's really they're really helpful. But yeah, get your noses in some books like these. I suggest these because they're great, because I struggle with reading, especially if it's for educational stuff. Those I quite happily just read for hours on end and not get bored. It's really helpful. It gives some great tips and stuff. So yeah, do that. Streaming music doesn't generate much money for the artist. Is it worth doing? That's very true. It's extremely true. You know, especially again going back to the DIY thing. If you're with a record label and you have a few songs on Spotify, the record label will take a huge fucking chunk of that money and you'll get left with fucking peanuts. If you're going to get in a record label, it needs to be a good one. Don't just sign with anyone. Yeah. because a lot of people get that wrong. They'll just go, oh my god, this label! Everyone has got a fucking label these days, and it doesn't mean anything anymore, really. That's the truth of it. There are so many shit record labels out there that they just want to give you a run for your money and won't do the job. So, yeah, be careful. Anyway, yes, it is worth streaming, because music is so accessible these days, you know, and fighting a losing battle if you're just hoping that, you know, people will just buy your albums, your CDs like that. You're not, it's not going to happen anymore. It's not like that anymore, I'm afraid. So get it up there so people can hear your music, hear what you sound like, and then make the money on tour. That's how you make money as a band nowadays, is by touring. So yeah, it is worth streaming because it gets your music out there to people that may not have heard of your stuff before. Music now is more of an advertisement tool now. It's not about buy this record, because people aren't going to buy it if it's free. It's the main gist of it. But it's advertising for people to come to your gigs and spend money there. Why is it important to get likes on Facebook? This is an argument I've had with a few of my friends. It's like, oh, I hate asking people to put like on my Facebook page, you know, people should just like it if they want to like it, they want to like it. No, no, no. Anyone but anyone in the industry is interested in those stats. Whether it be someone that wants to does endorsements for like amps or guitars or drum kits or whatever, they'll be looking at that. Booking agents will be looking at that. Journalists will be looking at that. Record labels will be looking at that. Managers will be looking at that. They're not gonna put their faith in a band that has got like 100 likes on Facebook or something like that. They're gonna go for people that have high statistics. It's not about the material anymore. This is what's annoying. For me it is, by getting enough followers on Facebook or Twitter or anything like that and showing, you know, you've got what it takes and people put more faith into you. All we've got time for, I'm afraid. I hope you guys found that educational for you. If you do have any further questions, I'm more than happy to expand a bit more on this Q&A thing. Or even better, if you do guys have a set challenge for me, please do comment, because that sounds much more like that. Tune in on Monday, I've got a new song coming out, and on Wednesday I've got another request. So again, if you do have any other requests that you want me to do, please comment and I'll add you to the list. Also, there are links below to find out a little bit more about myself. Hailz Belz for my solo and modelling stuff, Hailz Music Management for my management site and promotional stuff, and via Dolorosa, of course, which is my band. So please check them out and give them a like, it really does help us out a lot. Please subscribe, there's only a little button down there, you just need to click it, and it really does help me out a lot, so I need more bells, so get sharing, get commenting, and subscribe. See you guys again soon.